Alright, welcome back after our mid-season break. So after so what happened at Silverstone? Obviously mid-season, there's been some driver changes due to some drivers leaving and stuff like that, as well as driver performance. But at Silverstone, I made a mistake while sorting out the batch file for the penalties, to clear the penalties for the safety car. And that was after, I think, Montreal, I changed it, and we didn't have a safety car for Spain, which is between the two rounds, I think. And I had to rejig it all after it took no, it was after Monaco where I changed it. I had to completely redo the batch file to try and smooth line it and make it run better, so it didn't have issues that we had at Monaco where it took ages to load, and some drivers it wasn't even doing anything. So it worked at Silverstone, except I missed the driver. So and they would have battled for points at the end of the race. So it was Nick Holliday, and he had I think it was a drive-through or a stop-go penalty that wasn't cleared from the safety car restart because his name wasn't in the batch file. And because of that, I mean, like, that's all on me. Like, I've, just imposed a pit lane start, essentially, for Austria, which is a bit of a killer because the lap times are very close, at least in the midfield. The front-running cars, I'm not even going to be. I don't even think I would be a chance for a podium, even if I was able to qualify. Obviously, the times that Tina and Alexei have set in qualifying might be touchable, but I've seen what Alexei's been able to do race trim-wise in practice, and he's a second a lap plus faster than what I can manage. So race wins are off the table, and if Tina's only a tenth away, especially with the Mercedes engine, I'm not going to get near that. And then all it needs is the Matt Cipollini, or who's now moved from VAR to Ferrari. It's either either he or Salvatore, or even maybe an Alexis in the other McLaren. Is just going to be too fast. And then Carroll's pretty quick as well, and the Stewart, not quite as quick as his teammate, but still, quick enough. And that was even before, obviously, the pit lane start. So it's going to be tough even to get a podium. It's going to be tough, really, for us in the BARs until the second last round or whatever it is. Like even Nürburgring. If you actually have a look at it, you actually do need a bit of top end, because all the runs through all the sections are actually quite flat out. At least in the old version, the mid to late 90s, early 2000s layout. Obviously you get the stadium section in 2002, but yeah, it's going to be tough until Malaysia for us, and Suzuka. Even Suzuka, you do need a bit of power too. So the driver input part of the season is over, and there's more reliance on the car ability. So, but we'll give it a crack. I think that the setup I've got for here is really good. I quite enjoy it. One of the better ones I've actually put together, I reckon. But the problem is just the car doesn't quite have the extra speed you need, top end speed. And it's a little bit heavier, so not ideal either. But as you can see, I got a new teammate. So Matt has moved on to Ferrari after the whole Agostino debacle. And Jules Bichard's moved to Williams from Prost to fill Nick's seat that he left. But These Williams seats, I imagine, are going to be taken by the Stewart crew for 2000. That's if, of course, one of they don't go to McLaren, because Altina is doing a good job here. Overall performances should be contending for the title, and obviously not quite living up to that. And I imagine Ronan and I want to stay. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, starting from the pits, gonna have to pass some slower cars. Got new guy Chris Simpson in. The Benetton has been upgraded, as has the Williams. So they're a bit quicker now. The Benetton just didn't have enough power. It was too slow on the straights. Even though, it had a Supertec badge as a play-life engine. It was, like 70 horsepower down on it. And if you just look at speed traps from real life, it was, one of the fastest cars in a straight line. Didn't turn very well, but if you go to like Monza and stuff, and look at sort of the top speeds they were doing in qualifying, and Alex Verts was the fastest at 353 or something, 354. So it was quite slippery in a straight line. Obviously, Fizzy went well at Montreal too, which is pretty low downforce. So there's no excuses for Lewis now. This now goes P3, so it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be tough. I think the race pace is pretty good compared to most, but and it may even be faster than Matt, who is in the Ferrari, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to catch him. So if there's a safety car in this race, it'll be ideal. Because on most tracks in AMS, if you start from pit lane, the pits don't open until the leader crosses the first sector line, which for this track is for the hairpin at turn 2. Technically turn 3, but it's turn 2 up here. So that white line there, so that's about 16 seconds plus. It's a tight pit lane. And the pit line is at, halfway down the pit straight, so I'm looking at 20 seconds, a 20-second deficit to, last. As you can see, giving the track a bit of treatment to make it look and behave like 99. Close to that time, and Spurs in the way. So I expect him to, he'll go a few tenths faster, so he'll probably slide in, he'll be close to third. Race pace wise, from what I saw in the practice, I think I was a bit quicker than Carroll, but I mean, from what I also saw in practice, at least Spiritchev had one stop pace and was still going faster than it, so I think he's going to walk this one. His car's very quick. And I'm going to need monster battles from all these cars in front, and I'm going to need to be mega consistent. But yeah, the battle for a point here is going to be very intense. So, look, if I get more than... If 5th place here is as good as a podium from where I'm going to be starting. Because it's going to be difficult for us to pass cars in a straight line. too late. You can take a bit of curve at the last corner. So he's dropped it. So most of that time lost that last sector is all that last turn. He's got 6 laps left, so 3 runs. Something you might just get away with qualifying Crespo. So you might. Try not to use first gear. That's what he's done there. He's lost all that time that he's gained. Traction issue in turn 2. Yep. This is his first run, so he's left to the end. Go turn in early there. Oh, he's much better last turn. He's not far away. He might steal it. They're not far away. Oh, no, Spirit Cherries. He's going to set a good time. This is going to be a low 9, is it? Does improve 2 tenths. Got 2 more runs left. Carl's got 2 runs. Matt's out of runs. Griffin's got 1 more run after this. Too bad. Not too bad, but would have wanted more curve at last corner. Forward and stop doves. That should improve. No, 4 tenths up. Bouchard's done. Potter's pretty much done, I think. Nick holding up the VAR flag. Three tenths, I believe. Let's go. 2 more runs after this. Maybe slowed down a little bit too much on the second last turn. Last one, still got the power a little bit earlier. 5 cents away from Potter, so it's pretty solid, and he's still got more time in that too, by the look of it. So Supertec, he's got 1 run. Curtis probably has 2. Survivor Series, so you mate. Other toe here or what? A little bit. Just gotta get out of the way. You gotta stop. Probably want to get on the other side of that curve through there. There. A little bit too late on the brakes. I'll take out. Oh, he's not quite got the nose in as well as he would have liked. He's going through. Oh, just short. They're just running wide just that little bit. Just that little bit at the last turn and at that left-hander. Cost him. He's got 1 more run. Curse has got 1 more run. Carroll, can't remember if you can set a time if you're on lap 10. Potter's going for it. Nick's got 1 more run. Jesus. So he decided to just push a little bit more now. The field's got a little bit closer. It's always getting that. Spotter stopped, I think. I realised he's going to get beat. So Nick needs... Oh, he's fucked. He needed half a second to improve position. I think that's him done. Something must be on a gang pad. Maybe the keyboard. Steering it. That's horrible. That way. At a full set of the last sector. Doesn't improve. Oh, this is it. Self-tolerate. This is it. Somehow find half a second. Oh, he's missed the apex turn one. Nah, bin. See you, mate. You can use, you do bounce a bit, but you can use the curve on the inside turn run. You've just got to make sure you don't just gas it up. Ooh, can Carroll steal third place? A decent final sector. No, not quite. 10th shy. This is on the lap, but down. Bouchard has missed the time. That's it. This is the last driver on time lap. And is aborted. Yeah, so I think Alexei's going to walk this one. But what strategy will he go with? Because if he one stops, he puts himself at the mercy of racing other cars, particularly early on in the race, and that's always a risk because you can end up, you know, getting forced off the circuit, and it compromises your strategy, particularly for him because he's not in the fastest car, and he might struggle to get by a McLaren or a Ferrari down the straights, or even a Jordan. So, I've just got to take a break. Alright, I'm back, but I'll be right back. Down check. Like a 12.5 is something doable on my first lap. Second lap, the time falls away a little bit, but can be close. If you could do 37, sorry, 13s. That wouldn't be too bad. Everybody's screen sniping. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, I'll have the benefit, in a way, of being able to leave the pits and having warm tyres. 45 laps here, so I'll go about like 14. Yeah, because I'm doing... Yeah, I'll be able to go like 14. Just don't click. Yeah, 2 clicks extra. And then I'll be able to short stick the others.
Light this candle.
Oi. Why Matt's backing them up so much. So what it does is cause potential issues. Hopefully the game doesn't crash when I click race.
It's almost showtime. Good luck out there, mate. Green flag. Watch out, yellow flag.
Now we played a weekend
Yellow
game.
flag.
Oh, it's been a wreck. Please don't be Nick.
Double yellow flag. The pits are open. All clear. Go, go, go.
Cars. What has happened?
Calm down. Clear. Your brakes are cold. Tires are up to temp.
Well, that was a shame because that would that would have been great for us. but yeah. F1 qualifying is on now, but I don't give a shit about that. Fuck Miami.
The race is about to begin.
Have to see in the replay later what happened. It's funny when you leave the pits and just see just carnage. Hopefully no dramas this time. Hopefully Nick's able to get away well, avoid any drama. This guy's out of position, I think. Too far back, mate. Too far back. He's still too far back. So it'll give it like the 60 seconds or whatever it's meant to, and then it'll... Oh dear.
Deep breath, nice and easy. You've got this.
Now there'll be carnage because everyone's tired to be cold.
Green, green, green.
Gotta wait. Turn 2, there'll probably be drama now.
All clear. Go, go, go.
Exit.
Work those brakes a bit. They're still below temperature. Your tires are now at optimum temperature.
Stuff, so it's doing that damage.
Brake temperatures are good.
Traffic's gonna be down too. Let's reset it. it's fenced.
Watch out, yellow flag.
God, it's going so slow.
Car left. Clear. The caution flag is out. Watch your left. Still there. Clear. Watch your left. Keep right. Clear left. Your brake temperatures are right on.
Let's see. Got buzzing on the circuit. Is that DC?
Left side.
Jesus.
Clear left.
Yeah, like I said, definitely been stopping because he should be going much quicker.
The tires are now at
He was
optimum
doing the second
temperature.
pass than me. Looked at the logs.
That's P10.
There, mate.
Right side. All clear. Your brake temperatures are now within range.
get them.
Work those brakes a bit, they're still below temperature. Okay, your brake temperature is spot on. You're in P8. Let's get some heat into those brakes. Your tire temps are fine. Brake temperatures are good. You're in P7. Watch your right. Hold your line. Clear. Watch your right. Clear right.
And Carol. Catching Carol, as it said. I don't know if he's gonna stop in there.
Your brake temperatures are right on.
Don't hit that sign, it's actually solid.
You're at P4. Yellow flag. Push. Clear.
So, I'm stopping. Karen might even be non-stopping. Might gain him in place. I don't think he'll finish ahead of Salvatore. Looks like Tina's. Oh, sorry, or ahead of Tina. no, oh, but did you get the motorway?
Your brakes are cold. Okay, your brake temperature is spot on.
We've got one left on the short way.
Car left. On your left. Clear. Car left. Keep right. All clear. On your left. Keep right. Clear. Watch your left. All clear. Car right. Clear. On your right. Tires are up to temp. Clear.
It's still catching, man. It's gonna be really quick.
That's
It's gonna be slow now. Or slow where?
Your brakes aren't up to working temperature yet. Your brake temperatures are now within range. Watch your
Oh,
left.
fuck me!
Clear.
If you're gonna slow down that much, just move off the circuit. Go to the inside or something.
Pit stop requested. Okay, we'll take that pit stop later. still below temperature. Okay, your brake temperature is spot on. In, right now.
Fueled? Oh, Carol must have fenced it.
That's it. Go, go, go. Watch your mirrors, cars approaching. Car left. Clear left. Left side. All clear. Your brakes aren't up to working temperature yet. Tires are up to temp. That's P5. Your brake temperatures are now within range. Let's get some heat into those brakes. On your left. Clear left.
Safety car making it.
P4. laps to go. Push now. Work those brakes a bit, they're still below temperature. Brake temperatures are good. Checkered flag.
That's pretty good. Fourth place, I'll take that. All things considered. Well off the pace, but like I was not expecting to be on the pace. From what as I said, from here in Austria all the way through to at least Sepang, I think we're going to be uncompetitive, at least in terms of being able to like contend for a possible sneaky win. And at best podiums. Next race, around this round down, I think it's at Spa. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely destroyed, I imagine, there. Gonna have to work some magic with a setup. And then Monza after that one. And that'll be the last time we do, at least in the modern era, the double chicane layout before we move to the modern layout. But yeah, we'll probably get rolled there too. I do love Monza. I'll give it a fair shake, but I don't think the extra weight and the yeah, not as much power as the obviously the McLarens, Ferraris, Stewarts is not going to help. And then Nürburgring, which again, I mean, there's a lot of long runs. So the faster team, the bigger teams are going to be able to run more wing and sort of get away with it. While we're going to, again, have to compromise running a little bit less just for top speed. And then, yeah, Sepang, even though there's long runs there's places where, you can make time through, a little bit of drive technique and, under braking or through some corners. The first sector would be tough, the last sector would be tough, but in the middle sector, decent setup. You should be able to find a little bit of time on those rounders. But it might end up being a bit tricky again. Suzuka, again, it'll be better for us. But, there's still some sections of that circuit that are all, full throttle running. So pretty much from the hairpin afterwards all the way through to, start finish line. You got that long runs coming up to Spoon, out of Spoon, 130 Rs, one is going to be flat. And then to the chicane, and then run to turn one. First sector, with some driving and set, we can make up some time. Middle sector there, we can make up a little bit of time. So Suzuka should be fun. And again, it'll be like Austria here, where I've given it a bit of a tweak. So there's going to be, like gravel traps and stuff where in the Razor version, there's, runoff because it's the modern layout. So it'll be cool. And then, yeah, it'll be on to 2000, where I'll probably stay at BAR, to be honest. I don't know what, after, what seasons after that we're going to do. We're still sort of undecided. I think it's going to go to about like 01 or 03, I think. Wouldn't mind doing 03. Yeah, wouldn't mind doing either of those seasons, if I'm honest. I mean, there's decent quality mod for 01 available, where WCP sort of upscaled and smoothened out a lot of the issues with the F1C cars. And yeah, the liveries are a bit more upscaled and stuff like that, so that'll be all right. And then 03 again, I mean that'll also be interesting. Both those seasons you had sort of 4 cars capable of winning. So obviously 01, Ferrari won the championship, but the Williams on its day with its Michelin tyres was competitive, and the McLaren on its day was pretty competitive. And even the Jordan in the early part of the season had quite a bit of speed. Again, it was just like 2000, it just kept breaking down. And the Sauber was able to manage a couple podiums too, I think, or at least a podium with Heidfeld. So that'd be interesting. And then if we did 03, I mean, you've got 4 or 5 cars capable of winning a race. So obviously Ferrari, Williams, McLaren, Renault, all capable of winning, and I'm probably missing a team or two there as well. But it does sound about right. I think they all won races. I don't know if there was. I don't think there was another team that won. Oh no, Jordan won a race, but that was in the wet and was probably there was a second slowest car behind the Minardi. But again, at least for me in terms of aesthetics of the cars, 01 would be better. 03, the cars in real life look good. The problem is that we'd have to repaint all the liveries or most of the liveries for the car, or most cars liveries, because again, F1 challenge models, and it's got the they artificially painted shading and stuff onto them, which you don't need to do with these cars in this game. So yeah, that'd be interesting. And if we did either of those seasons again, I mean, I don't know, depending on obviously how I went in 2000, where I'd go, which team I'd go to. Might just stay at BAR, and then hopefully after that we do 05. 05, 06 would be pretty cool. Or even if we did 04, 04 would be alright too. And then you could stay with the BAR and actually contend. But yeah, that's for another time. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. That was. I thought I was going to do a little bit more racing than that, but it seemed everybody either made a mistake right in front of me or let me go. But if I didn't start from the pits, minus 16 seconds or whatever it was, I could have had second. Well, sorry, not second, third. Second, no chance. First, absolutely no chance. It's almost pretty much a minute off the pace. No one's beaten Carroll today. But we gave it a good shake. Got some good points. And just had fun, which is the main thing in at least this season and next season. It's just going out there having a bit of fun in a car and team and as a driver that sort of was entertaining to be and looked good. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. We got I think Spa next week. So see you then.